Kweku, good morning. Kweku, good morning.
Good morning.
You're live on air at this point. So we've read your complaint or your distress message here, and I'm curious to learn, how are you holding up at this point?
Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to share our opinions on the current predicament that's going on here with us. As to right now, how we, the students, are managing here is something I don't even know how to even start from, because we are basically dependent on some of our foreign friends that we have here in this country. So basically, if you have probably a friend from maybe a different country, let's say from the state, and then maybe you try to talk to him or her about what is going on, and then the person might have sympathy for you, and then probably might lend you something for you to feed on. And then if the money is exhausted, you can't go back again to keep on asking for money. So right now we are really living in crisis, and then the situation is really getting worse. And then sometimes coming back from school, you are tired. Now you have to think about what to even eat by yourself. Because literally, like, the whole stress that comes with medicine, coming back to your room, thinking of what to eat, have to study and plan for the next day, is something else.
What has the embassy in Cuba been telling you?
So literally, we keep on communicating with them, and then what they keep on telling us is they are working on it. They are also trying to contact our sponsors, that they are working on this. They are working on it, and up to now, for the past 7 months, with the inclusion of February, that will be 8 months. That's what they keep on telling us, and nothing has been done.
Do you feel rejected?
Yes, at some point we really feel rejected. We feel lonely. We feel very depressed. A lot of things is going on here. A whole lot of things. Even getting money to even buy even soap to bath, even like all these basic necessities of life, we are lacking them here in Cuba. And then you already know the embargo which has been placed on Cuba. So even getting these things is something else that we have to go through, and it's a very tough situation that we are facing right now in this country.
What was the nature of the agreement or understanding you were giving before you were put on that plane to Cuba to go and read medicine or study medicine?
Right, thank you. So the agreement was basically for us that at the end of every month, they will give us our stipends, and then that was it. And for us to also study and cope with our academics. So that was literally the agreement we signed with the scholarship secretariat.
How much is this stipend supposed to be?
Please, I would like to keep it. I would like not to disclose it.
Why won't you disclose it? You're asking us to ask for you. We must know what we're asking for. No?
All right. So literally, we are receiving 250 USD per month.
And is that enough to let you survive in the cold? Yes, sir.
So things are really tough here. And as a student, if you are given some amount of money to depend on, and that's what you've been depending on for a couple of months now, a couple of years now, the situation then comes not to be with whether it's enough or not. Because if you use that amount and you become adjusted to using that amount,
you have
somehow you can still survive on that amount.
But you are adjusting literally. So again, the agreement was that you will be taken care of on a month-on-month basis, and then you return to serve the country. Is that correct?
Yes.
At this point, that your monies are being kept from you, you are being hardened and toughened, do you still have the conviction and the clear mind to say you come with the best of your heart to remain patriotic to your nation, Ghana?
Being patriotic to your nation, Ghana, is always the goal. Nothing changes, irrespective of the current happening. We are here because of Mother Ghana. And the current happening, I don't think will stop me from doing a possible best for Mother Ghana. And I don't think it will stop my other colleagues from being equally the same.
What levels of student? I don't know how many years you do that here. We know that in Ghana it's 7 years, but in Cuba, how many years do you have to study medicine, and what levels? Is it affecting all the cohorts, or is just a class of cohorts?
Oh, we are currently in the third year, the level 300. We are currently on rotation. And what I'm talking about is affecting all levels, all Ghanaian students in Cuba on the ticket of Ghana scholarship ticket.
And how many are these numbers?
We are close to 100 Ghanaian students on scholarship of Ghana scholarship secretary.
If you don't get the money this month, what could possibly happen? Tell me. Paint a picture for me.
Let me start by telling you how let me emphasize more on telling you how we survive at the moment. Then I'll tell you what might happen.
All right.
Currently, we are living in hell. Why do I say that?
Tell me.
I have to borrow money. We have to borrow money from other people before we survive. And if I borrow money from you and I come back again, naturally you're not going to give me because I've not paid back the earlier one I borrowed. Other people are now engaging, now have young friends who have enough money to help them out in this current dispensation. I myself am sad. I'm going out with a lady who comes from a good home. And she's basically the one taking care of me at the moment. I know about 15 other people, and I'm sure there are more that I don't even know of. So assuming the money does not come this month, then it means if there is a place behind hell, that's where you will be. You will be in absolute distress. You're already depressed. Our academics is going to deteriorate. The worst is going to happen to the over 100 Ghanaian students in Cuba on the ticket of Ghana scholarship secretary. That's basically what I want to tell you.
I know that you have to, be full, if you will, to concentrate on your studies because you can't take nutrition and separate it from education. You would know better because you're learning to become a doctor. Is it your view that you have concentration in class because you're living in hell and you're also trying to learn to better the lives of others? How do you balance the two?
When I started from level 100, I have always been a very good student. My GPA has always been high. My academics has always been best. But that's not what is happening now. When I go to class, because I've been borrowed money from friends, I have to hide that up. What do they tell you have to pay them? And you promise them to pay them in a month or two. Hoping the stipends will be in by then, and it's not. So some of us are living in hideouts. Academics has deteriorated drastically.
Does this pose pressure? When you say hideout, exactly what do you mean? So you leave the official quarters or apartments that have been acquired for you to go and pitch somewhere? Is that the case?
Yes. We've been provided with accommodation. The airline is patient and owe a lot of people. So I've left accommodation. Now I have to live with my girl who is living outside. And I live from outside to the school to the hospital whenever time is due for lectures at the hospital.
What kind of pressure is this situation putting on your family back home? Because I'm sure they are equally worried and disturbed.
It's really disturbing them. Why do I say this? You know, in Cuba, the students here have no other official way to receive money from Ghana. This makes us to live only on the stipends. If even my parents have money now to send me, what's the means? Yeah, I told them I don't have money, my money is finished. And they don't even know what to say. They don't even know what to do to secure or to help me out in the situation. At least I know, I believe if there was a means, if there was any other means, they would have done something a little. They could. But there's no other way. It's really, really worrying them.
Do you have food to eat today?
That's the headache now. What to even eat has become a problem. The only means to eat is from the school cafeteria or the school canteen. But we are in the third year. You have to do rotation. When you're rotating and there's a patient, there's a priest, there's a doctor, you can't tell the doctor, please, it's time for lunch. Doctor, please, it's time for breakfast. I have to leave. No. You have to stay in and rather eat when time is given or when time is allowed. And where is the money to eat when time is allowed? There's none.
So you're telling me that because you're on rotation, there may be food available in the school canteen or cafeteria, but your time schedules will not allow you to participate in that service, and so it puts you in a very hard place. That's all.
It's not exactly as you said. This because the rotation is not only done in Cuba. It's done everywhere in the world. As a medical student in a clinical year, we do rotation. When there is a patient, when there is a doctor, you can't leave. That's the way it's done. You have to wait and learn. You have to wait and collect the patient. And you rather leave when there is time available. And we have no money for that.
Kwabena, I feel your pain. We will try as much as possible to do what we can from here to get you the needed attention as much as possible, as soon as possible, I should say. But you stay safe with Kweku as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate.
Thank you.
This morning.
Grateful.
Thank you very much.
Those are two Cuban students, Ghanaian students studying in Cuba, Kweku and Kwabena. And you heard the words he used. They are in hell. They are in a hard place. They are hungry. The worst could happen. They are living in hideouts because they owe so much.
So I say all the time on this show that the kind of treatment we give to students, I mean Ghanaian students, whether they are in Ghana or Cuba or Hungary, it skews their worldview so much that when they set out to work, Ghana cannot be the first. These are the individual who's a medical student, medical student.
It can work anywhere in the world.
Exactly. And you are treating him like this. So when he comes out, the first thing is how he's even going to eat well. It's a natural phenomenon.
Because he's not eating well for a long time.
So when he gets a job and he goes for lunch, naturally he would want to spend some time and eat. But somebody who has been eating well over the years, when he's at work, food is not his issue. But there's an alert for him to come to the surgical ward, he's there. You know, it's the same with the politicians we have. A lot of them go through a lot of hard treatment as young people, as students. So when they come out, Ghana is not first. That's why elsewhere, by you and I, our age, they are doing big things because the smaller things have been taken care of when they were young. And this is something that
we've been trying to get the scholarship secretariat to respond to these concerns that have been raised by Kweku and Kabana. That's not their original names. We just had to give them pseudonyms because we all know how vindictive sometimes a system can get. You know, why did you talk to the press and all of that? So
no guilt trip. We say, oh, you know, it's coming. We've been working with you. Work with us. Times are hard.
But the calls to the secretariat have not been successful. When we reach them, I'm sure we can ventilate the issues to them. Uriah Tete on Facebook says, I wouldn't be surprised to hear some dogs in our ministers' homes even consume more than $200 food per month.
Yes.
Yet we give $200 to these medical students and expect them to live on that, steady and pass and come and help Ghana. This is a shame, big shame. Pedroa Medina Cruz says, I'm watching the best show and live and clear inside Indianapolis, Kumasi, Tanosu, Kesben Junction. Keep up the good work. And Uriah comes out to say, so with all the wise men we have in government to manage the nation's resources, they decided to give the country to the China. I'm sure he's talking relative to Johnny's bite earlier in the morning. But this is painful.
You see, this is the result of corruption, visionless leadership, and misplaced priorities. But this is clear because you see, when you cut corners, take those percentage, 10%, 20%, and this, the finance ministry will not get money to give to the scholarship secretariat to send to Cuba. It's as simple as that. Now the country does not. You see, the story that the gentlemen have told us today, stories are real, but the other reality is that we do not have the money.
William, when we say we do not have the money,
because
and then we see money being splashed around.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So we don't have money, but we have a budget for Independence Day.
I made that point earlier.
Other countries who find themselves in a situation even better than our situation, they have had cause to cancel Independence Anniversary celebrations.
But we have the money for these.
We
that's
have the money for these, and then we don't have money. But everywhere the president, vice president, and some ministers go, they are donating 50,000, 100,000. So we don't have the money. But the people see you spending and splashing. How then do you expect them to understand you that you don't have money? I owe Helen, and every night I do searching and poaching. She will not agree that because I don't have money.
We borrow to blow.
I will be flabbergasted.
Yes, we borrow to blow.
Listening to the two gentlemen, I made a few notes, and Johnny, I think you asked them about patriotism, and they said, well, they're still patriotic and they still want to serve, and
it's just a matter of time, Helen.
But we're even lucky that there are people that, despite everything, want to still, home is home.
But Helen,
home is home.
Helen, it started, right? It started. It's been 8 months. Wait until it's 3 years.
And then
let's do that litmus test again.
But we talk about dignity. That is something that he said soap to bathe. What kind
I mean, these are medical students.
Medical students, soap to even bathe.
Students.
So their IQ level and the sharp boys.
And listen to this gentleman saying that he's with a lady who comes from a good home and is able to support. Even as a man in your own rights, wanting to do something for yourself, think about what that does to the psyche. Everybody knows this lady is supporting you. When will we start, like William says, putting people, human beings at the center of our
development? And you see that the reactions on Facebook are mirroring. Annette Jakpasu says, God have mercy on the students. And as Kel says, I'm enjoying the show live from Kel's photography and videography. Kwame Sharp. Ransford Kweku says, this government always think Ghanaians are fools. Kuwawana Charles says, God bless you with plenty money and 100 years.
Amen.
Gobo GH Vibe says, Johnny, I'm seriously surprised to be hearing this from medical students. Johnny, thanks for the good work. Watching you from the UAE. And you can also watch us anywhere in the world on 3news.com or on Facebook at 3FM927, on Twitter at 3FM927. The hashtag is 3FM Sunrise. Start your morning with us and share the link so others can also benefit from what's happening. This is something to think about. And as I mentioned earlier, we're trying to reach the scholarship secretariat. We don't have them. They have not responded to our calls. If you are close by them, tell them they have missed calls. They should check. As for us, we'll continue calling till they have low battery. Yeah.
3FM Sunrise.